Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. My name is Jordan and today I'm going to be talking to you about my reading update. Whether it's my reading goals or how many books I've read this month so far, or just the books I'm reading in general this month. Because there's a few that I've already started. And before I get into that, I want to know in the comments, you can share in the comments if you were took part in the whole pre-sale debacle with the Taylor Swift Eras tour thing. Let's just say I participated in both days, and it was not a fun time. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get tickets. Yeah, I'm a Swiftie. Not as strong as my best friend, but I am a Swiftie. That's probably one thing I will share with you on my I think the 20 questions book tag. I think is what it is I'm gonna do soon. But yeah, that was a fun time. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. Yeah, so let's get right into it, you guys. Start out with the two books that I read in the month of November so far. Okay, so I've read two books, and they are August Osage County, which is a play, and then The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. Oh, and this is by Tracy Letts, if I didn't say that, which I don't think I did. Anyway, the August Osage County is a family drama about the Westons. They live in Oklahoma, or at least the mom and the dad do. And at the beginning of this play, it opens with the dad and I guess this live-in caretaker that he hires. And then, like, after that scene, we never see the dad again because apparently he goes missing. And the whole family slowly starts to figure this out. And they're freak out, obviously, because he's the patriarch. And they love him. And so the whole family eventually gets together and tries to figure out what happened. And the dad turns up dead. And it all goes from there. This is a powerful family drama. And it's described as a dark comedy, meaning there is comedy, but there's also a lot of dramatic moments. And also the humor is quite a bit dark too. But it's still it's still a comedy and also still very much a drama. I should have said dramedy, not family drama, but it is very hugely a family drama. It's fantastic though. It's one of my favorite plays that I've read, and I've read quite a few because I am involved in theater. I've been acting and singing and performing like that since I was a little kid. And so reading plays and performing all that is deeply rooted within my blood. I'm going to get back into it next year, so I'm very excited because I've missed performing so much because I've been working a lot. And yeah, I got promoted this year, so I'm still going to find a way to work around my work schedule so that I can perform. But yeah, this I gave 5 stars because, like I said, it was absolutely fantastic. And I think everyone should read a play or two because there's so much you can learn from plays. And also, I mean, like, such as the writing format and just how to write characters, even characters for your novel. I don't think it's too different from writing characters in a book. I mean, it is different, but like, You can draw from just the complexity of the characters. And also, yeah, for someone who wants to write a play, this is a any play really is a good example to look at for formatting and just like the writing style and all that jazz. I loved this. So good. There's even a movie too that came out a few years ago that stars Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts, also Benedict Cumberbatch and Juliette Lewis, among a few others. But yeah, this was fantastic. I loved it, and I definitely recommend this specific play. And then also, I mean, I recommend plays in general. Everyone should read them. Alright, the next book that I read was The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or a quartet. It might be a trilogy like Caraval. For those of you who don't know, she's responsible for writing the Caraval trilogy, which this is a spin-off of the Caraval trilogy because it's set in the same universe, and two or three of our main characters from the Caraval trilogy make an appearance so far in this book series. So yeah, I loved this book. I gave it 4.7 out of 5 stars. Gosh, it is a huge improvement over book 1. If you saw my review for book 1, you know I was kind of disappointed. That was also my first Stephanie Garber book that I read back in April. And then I reread book 1 to prepare for this one. And I bumped up my rating for book 1 because I missed a lot of things apparently when I first read it. And the second time I read it, I was like, holy crap, what now? Yeah, that's how I felt reading it the second time around. And I loved it the second time around, or at least a little bit more. And I absolutely love this book. Like, the characters were better developed, and I can see the chemistry between the characters, the main characters, more developed and better in the second book. Plus, this cover is beautiful, you guys. Forgive the smudge right here is because of the stupid sticker that came on the book when I got it. I pre-ordered the book, and yeah. Oh, because I pre-ordered the book, you guys. Oh, nope, that's not it. Because I pre-ordered the book, Miss Stephanie Garber signed it. So, I will cherish this. And I cannot wait till book 3 comes out. I'm excited. Alright, let's talk about some of the other books that I'm in between, and also books that I plan on reading for the rest of November, if not finish this week. Okay, so I am in between 5 or 6 books right now, because I'm a mood reader, you guys. I start reading a book, and then, I don't know, I see another book that I just kind of want to grab and start reading, and I put the book I was reading down. That is a habit of mine, and I need to stop it, but I can't. It's kind of hard. Yeah. But anyway, so the first book I'm going to talk about is none other than Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I got this, November of 2019, so exactly 3 years ago, from Book of the Month. And this is a book I've been trying to read for, obviously 3 years when it came out. I started it when it came out, but I just never finished it. I got to chapter 2, and then I was just like, I'm going to move on to something else. Anyway, this is by Leigh Bardugo. It's about a girl named Alex Stern who ends up attending this Yale University, and she has the ability to see the dead and interact with the dead. And when she gets to the school, she finds out that there's this cult that practices all these witchcraft and rituals on the dead. Well, not just the dead, the living mainly. And something a ritual goes awry, and something bad happens, and yeah, so witchcraft goes bad, and it's just Alex is left having to fix it. That's all I remember. I'm on chapter 4 almost, so I've gotten further, and I'm really enjoying it this time. So I can't wait to read it or I can't wait to finish it because book 2 comes out, I think, January. I think so. Yeah, I believe so, in January, which is great because that'll be part of my birthday book haul because my birthday is in January. But yeah, this is the Alex Stern series, Ninth House, Book 1. Book 2 is called Hellbent, and I'm excited to finish this finally. Okay, our next book is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I started this, I think, last month, and I'm determined to finish it this month. I am doing an audiobook, well, immersion reading, so audiobook and reading it along. Mostly just the audiobook because I go for walks a lot because I'm trying to lose weight and such. And so just listening to this has been like comforting and also exciting. It's about a boy named Wade who is in this not so far off futuristic world, 2045, where this game called the Oasis has basically taken over the world, essentially. People can go to work using the Oasis. They can go to school in the Oasis. They can shop on the Oasis. They can do a lot on the Oasis. And the creator of the Oasis dies. But before he dies, he leaves a video on the day of his death. There's instructions to post it, and the whole world sees it. And basically, he says that anyone who can figure out a certain like final clue gets his fortune, which is like over $240 billion or something like that. And our main character does just that. It's just he takes you on a journey on how he did do just that. And oh my gosh, this book is full of pop culture references, mainly from the 80s, because the creator of the game of the Oasis grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and he loved the 80s specifically. And oh man, I mean, I didn't grow up in the 80s. I was born in 90. So, but I do love a lot of 80s pop culture and a lot of 80s stuff. So this has been such a fun ride. And like I said before, I don't read much sci-fi, but this is hitting me like hard because I love pop culture, and especially if it's about or if it's about specific eras. And yeah, I'm also not a big gamer, so this is still fun to read. But yeah, this is Ready Player One. I cannot wait to finish this so that I can read Ready Player 2, which is above me on a different shelf over up here. But yeah, Ready Player One. The next book I'm going to talk to you about that I'm in the middle of reading, I just started it yesterday, and that is History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Adam Silvera is responsible for They Both Die at the End, and his book he just released first to die at the end, and then the Infinity Sun series, which I haven't read yet. I have it, but I haven't read it. And he also has co-written books with Becky Albertalli. If you're familiar with What If It's Us and Here's to Us, I read What If It's Us first, and that was my first introduction as to who Adam Silvera is as a writer. Now, he and Becky Albertalli both co-wrote the book, so I wanted to see how he does on his own. And so far, I'm liking it. It's about a boy named Griffin who loses his boyfriend because his boyfriend dies. And this book just basically takes you on a journey of their relationship from when they started their relationship to when it ends, and um, when Theo, the other main character, dies. So, yeah, I'm just ready for the feels. I heard this is a tearjerker, so I cannot wait because I do love to cry while reading books, or I love to feel. I don't love to cry while reading books. I love to feel things, which makes me cry. But yeah, this is History Is All You Left Me, and I'm super excited. I think I'll be able to finish it this week. We'll see. Okay, the next book we're going to talk about is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This is my first Lucy Foley novel. I have The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, and I started reading that, but I just put it down several months ago. But I bought this because everyone keeps talking about it, and two of my coworkers actually just finished this, and they said it was great. Anyway, this is about 5 people are involved in this wedding. So basically, let me backtrack. There is a wedding that is happening on a remote island in Ireland. I think it's Ireland. And a murder happens while the wedding is going on. Or like while they're having this whole wedding party thing. And the main suspects are the bride, the plus one, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid. So, yeah, it says here an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. The bride, the plus one, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid all have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. That sounds very intriguing, and I've read a lot of thrillers this month, so I'm ready to buckle up and read another one. I'm like 60 pages into this one, so I need to get back into it and just power through it. And I'm so glad this week is Thanksgiving because that gives me time to read because I have a couple days off, Thanksgiving and the day before. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I've got 2 more books to talk about, and then we're going to just briefly touch on my reading goals. Okay, this next book I haven't started yet, but I'm like itching to start it because I read book 1 back in September, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And that is none other than Legendary by Stephanie Garber, who is the author I just mentioned a little bit ago. This is the follow-up to Caraval, the second book in the Caraval trilogy. In the Caraval trilogy, our main characters, Scarlet and Donatella, get invited to Caraval, which is a circus that only appears... I think it appears every once in a while, and it never appears in the same city again. And a lot of mysterious things happen at Caraval. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of magical things that happened, and nothing is ever what it seems at Caraval. And I loved Caraval so much. I gave it 5 stars. I cannot wait to read book 2, which this is book 2. And then book 3, I hope to finish this series before the end of the year. I lied. There's 3 books in total that we're talking about. Okay, so Golden Sun, second book in the Red Rising trilogy. And there's also a second Red Rising trilogy, but it's not finished yet. So I'm going through these books kind of slowly so that when the third or the sixth and final book comes out, I will be ready. But yeah, this is the second book following book 1, which was Red Rising, which Red Rising is basically described as Hunger Games in space. At least book 1 was like that. This book is more political heavy, and oh my gosh, I've only read like 120 pages so far, but it's freaking fantastic. It is, you guys. I definitely recommend this series. Written by Pierce Brown, and it's a sci-fi. So it's a sci-fi series that I'm loving, and like I told you before, I don't read a lot of sci-fi because a lot of sci-fi that I read, I just tend to not love. So yeah, this is one series I am loving, and I'm also loving Ready Player One. So I can't wait to finish this and then read Morningstar. And the last book I'm going to talk about, you guys, is Lark. This book, I'm reading Lark. I wanted to see for myself what it was like, and so I'm 130 pages in, and it's a little slow. It's basically about these 6, what are the names? Let me just read you the synopsis. Every 100 years, the island of Lark appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler has to die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, and betray, even as love complicates everything. And that sounds intriguing. And obviously, if you're familiar with this book, you know some of the controversy behind the author. But I said controversy aside, I'm gonna see this book for what this book has inside for myself. And so far, I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. That's just how it is right now. But if I enjoy it, I will read book 2. So we'll see. The jury is still out. Anyway, you guys, that was the books that I plan on reading and finishing for the rest of the month of November. Hopefully I can finish them all. Probably not, because there's only 9 days left. But I hope to finish a lot of them. And lastly, my reading goals. So, I set a goal for myself to read 40 books by the end of the year. And so far, I've read 33. So, woo! I am on track to make that goal. Now, I didn't set a series goal. I usually set a series goal of like 5 to 10 series a year. Does that ever happen? Did I ever reach it? Not really. But, last year my goal was 10 series. I finished 5. So I got halfway there. And I've only finished one series this year so far, and that is the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. So I hope to at least knock out a few more series before the end of the year. Preferably mainly trilogies and duologies that I'm in between. Because I can't do like a series that has like more than 3 books right now if I want to finish them out by the end of the year. Anyway, that was my video in a nutshell. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And you will get notified if and when I post new content, which I hope to be doing that a lot more, especially in the months to come. I've got some fun ideas, and some fun videos like the 20 questions book tag, or whatever I think it's called, or get to know you book tag, whatever they want to call it. And some other things like favorite book of the year book tag, which I created. Which, if you want to do that, just go ahead and look at the 2 videos that I have for that. I'll try to... Actually, I'll attach one of them to the most recent one to the description below. Anyway, you guys, have a great evening, or have a great evening and a great Thanksgiving. But I'll be posting again before Thanksgiving, so. But yeah. See you later. Bye.